This video presentation introduces Tibero 6. Tibero is a DBMS with maximized performance and efficiency due to an all-new hyperthread architecture. This video presentation will give an overview of Tmax Data's Tibero DBMS and look at some of the new features of Tibero 6. We will then look at a comparison of Tibero from feature, performance and cost perspectives. I will also share with you some details of how Tibero is helping companies in a range of industries improve performance and stability and reduce costs. Tibero was released in 2003 and through a continued investment in research and development has enhanced its technology and stability and constantly grown its market share. Tibero has gained over 1,100 customers and 150 TAC references, proving Tibero as a viable solution for large-scale mission-critical core systems. Tmax Soft has performed over 160 migrations from our competitors' products to Tibero. Tibero 6 is unveiled in 2015 as a new concept of RDBMS with some powerful new features. In today's data-intensive world, a DBMS needs the capability to cope with large-scale data processing of hundreds of terabytes of data and billions of transactions, and to guarantee security with no impact on performance. Tibero 6 has an all-new architecture and continues to offer high compatibility with other databases and powerful security and management functions. The diagram shows the new hyperthread architecture of Tibero 6, which is optimized for high-capacity, large-scale transactions. The hyperthread architecture combines multi-thread and multi-processor technology and brings many improvements in memory and input-output handling to improve efficiency and stability. This innovative architecture provides high performance through its integrated and improved process structure, optimized input-output performance, reliable shared server and multi-node parallel recovery. It easily processes large-scale transactions through its storage virtualization technology, TAS, and bitmap index, star schema query conversion, and various partitioning methods. This process structure has been integrated and improved in Tibero 6. The new architecture implements hyperthread processing, which is simultaneous multi-thread for foreground and background processes to provide much higher efficiency. With integrated background processes for backup and recovery and cluster management, high-performance asynchronous input-output execution of control threads, and multiple listeners for improved availability, stability, and scalability. The new architecture has dedicated processes for administrator-only access, providing high security for internal processes. Dirty block gathering gathers only dirty or modified blocks, resulting in higher efficiency, and through the separation of dirty block gathering and write-to-disk tasks at the thread level, the process performance is highly optimized. Here we see a comparison with a competitor's database write method, where the background process writes the dirty blocks to disk. Tibero 6 has a patent pending on its multi-node parallel recovery architecture. Here, the data recovery time is greatly decreased by the simultaneous parallel recovery of multiple nodes during rebooting, when compared to its competitor's single-node recovery method. By using a control thread, overheads are reduced and shared server performance is increased, even when the number of sessions increases and massive requests are processed. Tibero 6 is able to process hundreds of requests using a control thread and a few working threads. Oracle, for example, uses a dispatcher process, which results in the creation of unnecessary memory copies between processes. Tibero 6 guarantees performance and stability by bringing 2 or 3-way mirroring, striping and rebalancing functions to its active storage virtualization technology TAS. TAS is a storage virtualization technology that enables the flexibility to add or remove storage without the need for a separate third-party volume manager. Tmacsoft is one of only 2 vendors on the market to provide this. Support for large-scale databases has been upgraded through enhanced partitioning and parallel processing functions, query conversion in the star schema for data warehouse environments, and the addition of a bitmap index function. The bitmap index utilizes storage space and increases performance, which is especially beneficial in online analytical processing environments. Of course, Tibero 6 continues to provide superior compatibility with heterogeneous database management systems through its automated migration tool and flexible DB link compatibility. The automated migration tool migrates SQL, procedures and metadata from Oracle, DB2, SQL Server, Sybase, and other database management systems to Tibero automatically. Tibero 6 supports more dedicated DB links than its competitors and supports DB link to any DBMS that supports JDBC 3.0 and also supports the XA standard, rather than only providing limited generic ODBC gateways. It was recently discovered that Oracle's DB link has a security hole, which resulted in one customer implementing a policy to avoid using their DB link. To enable high compatibility with heterogeneous databases, Tibero 6 features an SQL translation framework that now automatically translates SQL queries when migrating applications from DB2, SQL Server, and Oracle to Tibero. To allow heterogeneous database integration without the need to redevelop applications, Tibero 6 has a patent pending on its TB.OCI and TB.OCI manager, which allows Tibero and Oracle to be used simultaneously when Tibero is implemented in only part of the system, and an application using the Oracle call interface needs to use Tibero for selective tasks. Tibero 6 overcomes the technical difficulty of providing high security without the loss of performance through index encryption for the transparent data encryption columns and has a patent pending on this. The index encryption supports index range scan and random access without any restriction and additionally supports the salt option, which ensures the same value does not produce the same encrypted value. Our competitors do not support index range scan or use the index with the salt encryption. Integration of external security solutions are supported by Tibero 6 via EPL, External Procedure Loading, which has considerably superior performance than the typically used External Procedure Agent, or EPA, method. EPL directly calls the solution's functions from libraries located within Tibero, so that the solution acts as if it is embedded, thereby improving the performance of all third-party solutions when used in Tibero. Various encryption algorithms are supported and additional country-specific algorithms have been developed. Tmacsoft's R&D Center can add support for more encryption algorithms to meet users' needs. Tibero 6 prohibits the modification of TDE column data by using an extended digital signal with a checking bit on each datagram to strictly detect and block any data manipulation attempts in the TDE column. It is calculated that it would take several years to break this security rather than the 2 to 3 hours to break the security of our competitors. This method also has a patent pending on it. Tibero Manager is a built-in monitoring and management GUI tool to monitor transaction processing and resource states and the Tibero DBMS admin function in real time. We already looked at some of the new features, but Tibero 6 has added many improvements onto Tibero 5. As part of the improved architecture, lock-free query execution, fast application notification, IP version 6 support, and OS certification have been added. We will now look at the product comparison by feature, performance, and cost. The following section looks at Tibero 6 in comparison to our leading competitors. As you can see, Tibero is classified as a distributed relational database management system, as are Oracle 12c, DB2 version 10.5, and MSQL 2014. Whereas PostgreSQL is an object relational DBMS that bridges the gap between RDBMS and object-oriented database models. The process structure of Tibero is multi-process and multi-thread, and therefore similar to that of DB2. When comparing the level of SQL support, Tibero supports all necessary SQL functions. All the necessary tools, APIs, database connections are supported, making Tibero comparable with the major RDBMS products. A range of tools are also provided for admin, data extraction, and loading and migration. As you can see, all major object functions are supported. This table compares performance-related features and shows the extended provision of partitioning types that is equal to that of Oracle 12c. These include list, hash, and composite partitioning, and these types are only supported by Tibero and Oracle. These high availability features are 100% supported by Tibero and Oracle. The comparison of security features clearly shows that Tibero's superior security third-party integration and encryption functions. Of course, another key benefit for choosing Tibero is its lower adoption and maintenance costs. The graph shows how adoption costs show a 41% reduction and a 47% reduction in TCO when compared to Oracle over 5 years. Similarly, when compared to IBM DB2 on IBM Power 8, the cost of ownership is reduced by 64% over the same 5-year period. Now let's look at the performance of Tibero 6. The test was undertaken in December 2014 for a university class registration system and compared Tibero performance with Oracle 10G on HP Superdome hardware running HP UX. A large number of